Would you like a rundown on some of our Alaska news for this Tuesday morning? Well, here you go. The Bogoslof volcano has erupted again, the 35th time since December, this most recent one coming early Monday morning. A man fired a handgun in his own car on Monday afternoon as a thief was driving it out of the gas station parking lot. Apparently, he had left his car running while he went into the gas station. He came out, he saw his car going, and he pulled out his gun and shot at it. No charges as of yet, but I will virtually guarantee you this man gets charged with something, because according to Alaska state law, you cannot fire your gun to stop somebody when they are fleeing from you. Gunfire at an Anchorage home led to a standoff with police yesterday afternoon, and a very sad story out of Anchorage. A woman hadn't been seen for a number of days. The neighbor called police and said, "Hey, could you check?" They went over to check and looked inside the window and saw a dead dog. Got inside an unlocked door and found 2 dead dogs, no sign of the woman. They found the woman at her office, where apparently she had been living for the last several days. She had a 3rd dog with her who was in terrible shape. They took the dog away from her. They've charged her now with animal cruelty. There was a snow machine that struck a dog during the Limited North American over the weekend. This is one of those cases where they're running, these sprint races out there that just started race grounds out there by Musher's Hall. And as they're running, some snow machine just came in behind and clipped the sled. Actually ended up costing that racer his victory. I'm reminding everybody, please be careful where you're snow machining. If you're out on a groomed trail, those don't happen in nature. Somebody groomed that trail. Just a reminder, especially with the Open North American happening this weekend, if somebody that you know is going snow machining, remind them to please respect the groomed trails. People have worked hard to get these trails ready for the dog races. Also, because of the dog's death in the Iditarod, you remember that second dog that died? This went from hyperthermia, from overheating, happened on the plane. He just died suddenly. They're now changing their transport procedures because on that same flight there was another dog that had to be treated for hyperthermia and a 3rd dog that showed symptoms of it as well. An injured snowboarder was rescued down there at Mount Marathon. Apparently the guy had gone up there to do a little snowboarding and got hurt. He was by himself, but he did have a phone. He called for help. They sent in a helicopter. No word as to who's picking up the tab for that. The EPA has announced that Fairbanks is going to be getting some $2.5 million in grant money for air cleanup efforts. Mark this. They're going to be replacing wood stoves with this money, with other wood stoves. Let's do the math. Wood burn ban, who can burn? Okay. Even those new stoves get cut off at certain levels. The legislature is seeking a new ombudsman to watch over state agencies. The idea is that it is kind of a watchdog, to investigate complaints. The last year that they had any figures for was from 2014. Also, the manager of that Bergmann hotel that they shut down in Juneau, he claims he was unlawfully arrested. He basically said the reason why they did it is a vendetta. He is an ex-con. He said they didn't have their facts straight, and they're going to pay for it. Lastly, we do have an update here from the Iditarod. It looks like Mitch Seavey is in position right now to win his 3rd Iditarod. He's hours ahead of the competition, who includes his son, Dallas, and then Nicholas Pettit is the other guy. Basically, barring some kind of strange mishap, he's likely to win the Iditarod in the next day or so. That's what we've got for our Alaska news. Make sure you check out my commentary today, which has to do with independence. Can Scotland declare its independence from the UK? If the UK goes ahead and declares its independence from the EU, can I declare my independence from the city of Fairbanks? I'll talk about that and see what you think. RadioFreeSpeech.com. Tell your friends.